Hey guys, how's it going? My name's always and welcome back to UniversIO. In the last episode, we made the Pneumaticrafts assembly machines. Basically, this set of machines makes making the circuit boards a lot easier, among other things, including how we were able to make flux dust, which is kind of the progression. So between episodes, I have been busy. I made some more Terra Steel. I always forget that it doesn't take nearly as much mana to make those as you'd think. And I made a ton of charcoal because I thought it was going to take a lot more mana to make those. I also made a bunch of more Endo Flames, which you can go check that out real quick. I just made, what, 4 more Endo Flames to make this whole system work a little bit better. But yeah, I made some of the Terra Steel so that we can progress with our quest line. So this is where we're at. We did a lot of stuff last time. Basically everything from the PCBs onwards. And we had to make a ton of PCBs in order to make the assembly platforms, but it made things much easier. So currently there are 2 quests we need to do. The advanced generator, which requires an advanced pressure tube, which we need the assembly machines for, and pressure chamber valves, which we can make with just some pipes. We might do that. We might also wait and see if we can get by until we get a drill. The drill does require a diamond, and I don't know if we can make those anytime soon. I think we're going to need the compactor, and that looks like it's going to be really, really close. So, but it does require a full mana. Oh boy. We'll see. But, yeah, let's just get into it today, because I don't know what things are going to bring. One thing I did want to mention, I have a funny feeling. Just kind of judging on what the peripheral, oh my gosh, I can't say that word. I don't know why I cannot say that word. This casing, I know how to pronounce that word. I just cannot say it for whatever reason. I kind of see that is the core of every machine, and I kind of know where it's gonna go, and I think the big thing is going to be the machine casings from refined storage, which is going to be used for a lot of things, probably. In fact, it's also going to be used for making some very important machines very soon. And if you look at the recipe for that, it requires nether brick and quartz enriched iron, which screams go to the nether. And I was thinking, you know, it never told us to go to the nether. We went to the nether to get glowstone. Well, we went to the nether to get netherrack to get glowstone. And then I realized one of the rewards we got a while ago was this blaze mesh. And this thing, if you cool it down, turns into glowstone. So that is probably the intended way we were supposed to get glowstone. And the reason we had needed glowstone was for the, what is it called? The UV light thing. Because we needed a glowstone lamp to make the... Oh, we needed 3 of those, though. Not sure. Anyways, let's go ahead and... I'm delaying. Let's go ahead and craft the peripheral casing. I cannot say that word. I don't know why. I just cannot say that word. And there is that quest completed. And nothing. Because it's in a new chapter, which means that we're going to get more stuff. Visit the inn, dig down in the nether until you reach Y2, and when you move below that, you will teleport. So, digital age unlocks the digital age. We just have to click that, and oh my gosh, there is so much stuff now. Klein Star Omega, yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Okay. So we just got, there's a warning. We just unlocked a lot of stuff. And I believe if I exit out of this, we probably have more stuff unlocked to us. Don't know if that's the case or not. I can't tell. Just based on everything, but let's just look up something kind of simple. Fluid pipes, no. Okay. We might have unlocked more stuff. We'll see. But there is a warning. There's also just a lot of things that we need to kind of look at. So, warning. Make sure you have enough mana when crafting items with the Botania terrestrial agglomeration plate, or else the items will despawn. Yes, that is a big deal. If you do not have enough mana, if you are still producing mana, items will despawn after 5 minutes, and if it doesn't complete the craft, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, that is 100%. So now it wants us to go to the Nether. That's gonna be a really easy thing. Whoops, wrong button. I don't even need to open the inventory. We can just go to the Crimson Nether and teleport. And here we are. So, one thing I want to immediately do is let's dig down a little bit so that I can avoid avoid the hoglins. So yeah, we need netherrack. Netherrack then gets us nether bricks. We also need to get nether quartz, which I'm sure there is quartz ore around here somewhere. I need to remember to pick this stuff up. So we are at the top of the world. And so I think what we need to do is dig. And in fact, there is nether quartz. Cool. So, let's be smart about this and get what we need to kind of progress. So, it wants us to make quartz enriched iron. Quartz enriched iron is a 1 quartz to 4. And then we're going to be making this machine casing, so we just need 4 of each. However, these are probably going to be really important. And so let's go ahead and just pick up a little bit. I know I could vein mine. We'll do that later. And the other thing that we're probably going to want to do at some point is dig straight down. I'll be smart about that when we do it, but we're probably going to want to dig down to the bottom of the world and at least put a portal down there if we can get any farther. But it might be the end, and I don't know what that's going to be like. So, we are going to cook up 8 netherrack. We're going to grab 3 iron. 1 quartz will go in there. The rest we will put away. And there is the quartz enriched iron, and as soon as this is done, we'll have our nether brick, and we can do other stuff. Now we also need to get platinum dust. That requires a compactor. Osmium dust also. So quite clearly, compactor is what we're going to need. And one of the big things that we need to kind of deal with is getting diamonds. Diamonds would be nice, and that is a compactor with graphite. Is that the only way? Yeah, so the compactor is going to be the most important thing, it looks like. And we can get straight from carbon to diamonds with the compactor. So that is going to be perfect. However, we're going to need to generate RF. Flux controller is another thing that we're going to need to make at some point. That should not be too terrible, other than Eyes of Ender. Might be a little bit of a challenge. So let's just get some of the stuff ready for everything. Compressed stone, redstone. We could make computers. Are computers going to be really good for us? Advanced computers make turtles, I guess. But I don't know if that's going to do anything for us. And then we're also going to need the mana flux field. And I'm not entirely sure what that is used for. And then there is this whole beast over here. And it looks like it's just literally all of everything. With applied, not applied. Equivalent exchange. Is that what it's called in this version? Project E, of course. So there is the nether bricks. We're going to put the other 4 in there. We're probably going to be making these quite often. But we need to make, let's just do it this way. We need to make the machine casing. And there is a bunch of quests done. So, yep. Alright, that is combiner, dissolver, and compactor. So we're going to need a lot of stuff. So we need to do stuff with mana. And do we happen to have any ender pearls? No, not yet. So let's head to the overworld. And I would like to make something. I would like to make a mana tablet. Mana tablets require mana pearls or mana diamonds. Mana pearls being a little bit easier because we can just go murder Enderman. And that should be something that we can do. In fact, it is. So let's make a roof. And let's look at the guy. Come over here. And he's still outside. Please drop the thing that I want, which is your ender pearl. Please give me a pearl. Just one pearl. That's all I'm asking for. Nope. Okay, any more endermen? Don't see any that way. Let's just make a little bit of a staircase. And don't see any more. Unfortunate. I don't know if there's any other ways to get a ender pearl easily. Gas tiers, combiners. Okay, so what I think we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get diamonds. So let's focus on... There's another enderman way out there. Alright, let's be brave. I'm just going to do one of these. And murder a spider. That's fine. Alright, he saw me. I think. Okay, maybe he didn't. I thought he saw me. But what I can always do is I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take a short break. We are going to... we're going to come back and work on some more of this stuff. But before that, I want to try to find an enderman so I can get an ender pearl so I can transfer mana and start moving the Botania stuff over to the other realm, the Nothingness realm, and yeah, we'll start working on making some of these Alchemistry machines because that is going to be huge. So Dissolver is going to allow us to dissolve whatever we get into base elements. The Compactor is going to let us kind of combine things and make all sorts of dust easier. And the Combiner is going to allow us to make compounds so we can, you know, make tree saplings or whatever we need. One big thing that's kind of strange, dirt is going to be a lot easier to come by because it's cellulose, kaolinite, and water. Kaolinite is literally just clay, but there's some other ways you can get it. And just in general, just trying to get all of these materials. There's another Enderman. So that we can basically build our base a little bit better. Alright, he saw me. I'm still probably going to take a break if I can get an Ender Pearl. But we'll do a little bit more. Oof, I need to eat. And I would like to not die here. There's the Ender Pearl. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to use this immediately. We're going to eat so we can recover our health. Health not looking that great. But we should be able to just get a mana pearl. And then with some living rock, get a mana tablet. And then what we can do is grab our Wand of the Forest. And if we throw that in there, it's going to start sucking up all of that mana. And you can see it has a little bit of a bar. And this is a little bit more empty. So it's just draining all the mana out of that mana pool. And now it's empty. And now we can move it without losing anything. Other than this needs to put all of its mana in there. Perfect. So I'm going to work on a little bit of a space in the Nothingness realm. I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it yet. And all that kind of fun stuff. I don't know why I made it portal when there's the teleporter right there. But we're going to have an area for Botania. Maybe I'll put it over here with the farm. Seems reasonable. And we'll come back once I kind of have a better idea of all the stuff we need. We're going to need to make some more finished PCBs, so I will get on that as well. And yeah, we'll just come back once I have a bunch of stuff ready. And we will try to make these, at least the compactor today, if not all three of these machines today, and go from there. Now the other thing is I don't know what the mana flux field does, so that might be something real quick to look into. I know what it does. Oh, great. My Botania, Lexica Botania is in the other dimension. But I know what it does. I already know what it does. It's not good. Let's see. Let's make sure. Index. And mana flux field. Passing mana through a field of redstone charge converts it into from natural energy into forge energy. Yep. Basically, it's our power generator for the beginning of this. That's awful. So, yeah, I'm going to go work on some stuff. I'm going to get some stuff together, and we'll come back once I am ready to jump into more Botania. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so a slight change of plans. First of all, I want to talk about this base. I brought over all of the Botania stuff and then discovered something very important. The mana tablet doesn't really work with this. Because items in here have no gravity, you can't like throw stuff on the ground very easily. And Botania likes to do that. That with not having water in the Nothingness, it just doesn't work here. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to rebuild the entire base in the overworld. I don't know if it's going to be exactly like this. I might actually change it quite considerably, but I still like this like division of everything, having a storage area, having an alchemy area, having a pneumaticraft area. And I typically like doing that. So I'm probably over the next couple of episodes going to start slowly moving everything back over to the overworld. And I do want to kind of take my time with that. One, we're going to try to use lighting sources like helium lamps because I think that'd be cool. or probably one of the other ones, but using lamps and whatnot. And one of the big things that I'd love to be able to get into is refined storage. I don't know how far off from this we are. We definitely need to get a good source of power before we can start doing much with this, but you know, disk drive requires an alchemical chest, any chest, machine casings, processors, diamonds. So basically, once we get the compactor and these three machines, the compactor, dissolver, and the combiner, with a good power source, we should be able to have digital storage. And honestly, once we have that, then it'll be a lot easier. Now, speaking of those three alchemistry machines, I originally wanted to make the compactor. Compactor seems like the good choice. However, it requires a rune of winter, which requires cake. And I haven't seen any chickens. I don't know if there are any chickens, and if essentially, I don't know if we can get chickens from the overworld. I haven't seen any, and so we can't get eggs. And if we can't get eggs, we can't make the cake, we can't make the rune of winter, and we can't make the compactor. The compactor would be used for making diamonds. That's kind of the big point with that. So the combiner also requires the rune of winter. So we can't make that either. So we're going to make the dissolver. Now there is a recipe for cake that includes calcium, cellulose, protein, starch, and sucrose. And all of these can be made in the dissolver. Oh hey, sweet berries are actually really good for cellulose and sucrose. But we can get those all from the dissolver. So we're going to make the dissolver first. Before we do that, we're going to make a couple other things. One, we're going to make this mana flux field. Pretty easy. And I'm going to throw some stuff away. Accidentally made a bunch of glowstone. Whoops. And we're going to try to make things. But the mana flux field is made. That is going to be how we get power here at the beginning. But I don't know if we need power quite yet. So I'm actually going to put that in here. Now I've went ahead and made another finished PCB and a block of compressed iron. Those are for making the actual dissolver. We need those two, as well as the rune of greed, rune of summer, and rune of earth. Now before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and go back to the industrial age and make the advanced air compressor and finish that quest off. So we're going to do that real quick. We are going to need another air compressor. We're going to need some pressure tubes, so we're going to need some glass. We're going to use the white stained glass because I have no use for that otherwise. I made it without realizing that we didn't need it. We're going to need one of those. Let's go ahead and try to make the normal air compressor. So we're going to need a furnace. Got the stuff for that. And then we're going to need reinforced stone. So let's get a little bit of that. And it should just be one recipe's worth. Turn that all into bricks. And we should be able to make the normal air compressor. There it is. And then I can put some of the stuff back. Perfect. So with normal air compressor, then we need to get the advanced pressure tube. And for that, we are going to need pressure chamber valves, which we can make 4 at a time with a pressure tube. Or we can take a pressure tube and surround it with this. So we need 20 of these. So we're going to take one more tube. And there is all of those. We're going to put the rest of this stuff back for now. And I hope we don't need more. I think this is import. We probably need we need one more compressed iron, but actually we should have that in the chest. So we do. Perfect. Alright, so everything is good. This is going to make the advanced pressure tubes. It's going to just laser them. Not drill. If we had a drill, it would be a lot easier to make this stuff, but I wanted to go ahead and make this and see if there is any more quests in this, or if that's going to complete this chapter. I'm hoping it completes the chapter. And then when I move this monstrosity, having a better air compressor is going to be a lot better. So let's go ahead and make this guy. And that's the chapter. Cool. So we've completed everything except for the apple pies. We will do that at some point, but not today. So let's go ahead and head to the overworld. And I'm going to just put this stuff in here. And we should be able to make all the runes that we need and get at least the ability to try to make the dissolvers. So, one big thing about not wanting to live in this world is because of this. I absolutely actually despise the sleeping speeds time up thing. I just wish it skipped the night. I wish it was just the normal. I'm not a big fan of it, to be perfectly honest, to be like this. I kind of get why they do it, so that if you're waiting on something, you can just sleep and not worry about it. But still, I don't like this mechanic. It's not good. And especially with phantoms. I don't know how long you have to stay in the bed for phantoms to disappear, if you have to sleep through the entire night or not. But anyways, we need to make a couple of things. So for this, we need a rune of earth, rune of summer, and a rune of greed. Rune of summer is made air and earth. So there is earth and the air. So let's just throw those on here. And summer also requires melon slice, slime ball, and two sand. Not tainted. Doesn't have to be tainted sands. But let's get all these on here. It's gonna start processing that, and I brought some more charcoal. We can start cooking those up. I also have a ton in here. And I despise the weather. So now we just need to grab living rock and hit the wand. And there is the rune of summer. And then for the rune of greed, we need water and spring. And so spring is made with water, fire, 3 saplings, and wheat. So water and fire. And that will be spring. Greed is water and spring with 2 terra steel. And then the dissolver requires earth. And it's probably going to use it. I actually don't know for sure. We'll find out soon enough. And that's hoping that there's actually enough mana. That's something I'm not entirely sure of. So water, spring, 2 terra steel, mix greed. Can put fire away. And I'm hoping that this will give us the runes back. That'd be really nice. I don't know if that's the case. We'll find out. And I also don't know how much mana it's actually going to require. But one thing that's going to be nice is once we have the combiner, which we don't have the combiner yet, but once we have the combiner, we can make blaze powder. And with that, we can make sparks. And sparks make transferring mana so much easier. So, here is the moment of truth. We are going to direct this here, and then drop all 6 of these items onto the ground. And we might actually need more mana spreaders. I want to see real quick if we can make more. Cosmic Ingot. Maybe. This also might just take forever. We have that. I could go grab a Cosmic Ingot. We have our... You know, let's do it. We're gonna just grab a couple of those, and then our fire starters. And let's just make a couple more mana spreaders. For the time being, that will make this go a little bit faster. So we can at least see if we have enough mana to begin with. Because I don't know. I will be honest. I don't know if we do. So, mana spreader also requires just a petal. We'll make 2. And so we'll also need some wood. But that's something that I think we'll just go ahead and... Oh, right. Cosmic Ingots do not like playing nicely with JEI or whatever version of this it is. So we're going to put that there. We're going to direct you there. And there is some trees out here that we can go chop down. Hopefully this goes fast enough. If it doesn't, we're not out all that much. I forgot it was like this for the wood. It's been a while since I've chopped down any trees, because I've not needed to. So if things go bad and items despawn, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I can remake all the stuff that we have. It's not that big of a problem. This building will disappear, by the way, if I guess when I decide to make the base in the overworld. But I have a feeling that this is only going to take like 1/4 of the full mana pool, but I'm not sure, so we'll find out soon enough. Let's get some more mana. We are on a 5-minute timer. I don't know how long it's been. I should have looked before doing too much more, but let's put that there. And throw another set of charcoal on there. So that does seem like it's not going to take all that much. But I guess we'll find out. So once we have the dissolver doesn't seem to take any power. If that's true, I don't actually know if it is or not. I think that it does. I thought that it did, but maybe it doesn't in this. And if it doesn't, then that is fantastic. Because it means that we're going to be able to... Oh, come on. I don't know if this is the end or if it's going to spread out again. Regardless, it takes a lot of mana. And if we had these sparks, it would go so much faster. But we need blaze powder for that. Blaze rods. We could... Okay, this is taking too much time. I hate doing this. We're just going to cancel it. We are going to... We're going to do a couple things. So, we're going to make sparks. Sparks are... like mana transfer that's much quicker, and so we're gonna take this blaze mesh, which I don't know why we had it to begin with, and we're going to hit the wrong buttons. we're going to grab 2 gold nuggets. I don't have any gold nuggets. But luckily we can get gold very easily. 7, 8. I'll have to put a lot more EMC in there. That's not that big of a deal. Gold is expensive, but we'll manage. Let's go ahead and put this stuff in here and you in there. So once we have 1 piece of gold, we can make a couple of nuggets. And we need another blaze rod because it requires 2 per spark. And that should be everything we need. So this will make things transfer a lot faster, and I hope that it will be... I hope we have enough mana. That's the biggest thing. If not, I need to collect a lot of mana. Now we just need some petals, and we can make 2 sparks. And now what we do with these sparks is we put 1 here on top of the mana pool and 1 on top of this guy. And now when we throw these items down here, you can see it's draining mana a lot faster. A lot faster. I think we have enough mana. I'm hoping we do. Yes, we do. Perfect. So it's about 1/4 of a mana pool. But that gives us the Dissolver. And the Dissolver requires power. Alright, I figured as much, but that's fine. So, with the Dissolver, we can start looking into making the other 2 machines. We can make cake a lot easier. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to produce some mana, turn it into RF, and use this enough to get what we need, and that's it. So we're going to do that next episode. Today's episode has gone on long enough, and yeah, use sparks. Sparks are so much better. I don't know if sparks go onto the runic altar. I don't think they do. I could be wrong about that. But sparks are just so much better for the what's it called? The terrestrial agglomeration plate. It is so easier to use it. But yeah, let's take a look. I actually don't know if sparks work on and of course sparks are going to be right here. So placing a nearby block can allow, yep, they can be dyed. Maybe they can be used. They can only be placed on a few specific mana containing or accepting blocks. Don't know if the runic altar can take the sparks, but there's not too much for the runic altar otherwise, so it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, I'm rambling. We're going to end the episode off here. I am going to probably start planning / building some bases, or our new base in this dimension, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. We're probably going to not just use this like little area. We're probably going to spread out a lot more, and go away from this area. Maybe build over there, because we can teleport everywhere. It doesn't really matter if we have this block in the center of the base type of thing. I am going to leave this little bridge, this wooden part. But yeah, so I'm going to work on trying to start move the base and get prepared for the other 2 items and using the mana flux field. Those are the important things that we're going to do, and we will kind of go from there next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!